Matter. Doesn't matter. Clark Bartram's going to be live with us in a minute. And the reason why Clark Bartram is going to be live with us in a minute is because we are and have been working on the 6-week sliced plan for this summer. Now, I know the summer is not 6 weeks away, but let's get this going. Let's rock and roll. I usually ask a lot of you guys for the 12-week plan, and that's because I like the 12-week plans. But we have a lot of impatient people in the world, so we're going to do the 6-week plan. And also, I would like to say, forced into this. I won't say that my arm was twisted behind my back by Mona and Jeff, but my arm was twisted behind my back by Mona and Jeff.
Look at my hair. Mom hair.
That's a mom hat right there.
My hat is better than yours.
It is.
No, the thing is that I know a lot of people.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I'm from the East Coast. So I know when summertime comes,
They want to be sliced.
like they want to be sliced and they want to go on vacation. They go to Puerto Rico, they go here to the islands, they go there. So after the shutdown, everybody wants to go somewhere to do something, get out of the house, and nobody wants to go on the beach looking like a flop, right? So
Okay, sure.
I think, yeah, let me see what Clark is saying.
So we got 6 weeks here. We're gonna rock and roll on this. He doesn't need to jump on for an hour. He just needs to jump on for 2 minutes. Will you make that challenge to him? All right. So we're working on this.
You do it.
I put live instead of live. Yes.
That's a whole new book. That's a whole new book. You already sent it to him? Send one to Whitney as well.
I said Mike wants a life with you, not a live.
Just looking at this, guys, seeing if there's any questions we got here. The reason why I wanted to go live here this morning is because Mona's going to be the leader on this. And we are going to do check-ins. But I want you guys to know check-ins are going to be, because it's a 6-week plan, we are going to make changes weekly. You know how sometimes I say, hey, stay with us the next couple of weeks? Ain't going to be like that on this one. This one is going to be every week we're going to make a change, because what we're going to do is we're going to force, let me say it again, we're going to force the body to change now. You know how there's all these things that I tell you to try to stay with and stuff. We're throwing those out the windows, and we're going to do things that I do on period of times where I say, don't do what I do. You're going to do what I do. We're going to freaking force the body to change over the next 6 weeks on this plan. We're going to push it.
I laugh when I see my hair.
That hair.
But guess what?
Yes.
Do I care how I look? I don't care. That's the thing. Momo, what you see is what you get.
It's jacked mama. It's jacked mama. So I'm excited about this, but we're going to be check-ins every week. So get ready for that. Is she here?
Yeah. My baby sits here. I can sit down now.
See, I like this here instead of this.
I don't know.
Just-
Mike
just
is
sitting
looking behind. I don't. Why
I
are you
haven't
looking
eaten yet.
chicken?
I have to fast this morning.
So everybody, guys. When
So you're all going to suffer because I'm suffering.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, so are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready for this new plan now that we're finishing up here? Again, Mona's going to be leading this, and you're going to be seeing a lot of videos of her doing the exercises and how she trains through this, but we're going to make sure that we stay on point in the Titan Crew. And yeah, if you get the program, that automatically gets you in the Titan Crew. But most of the guys, what's this?
For the check-in this morning, I put my phone number, so I'll send the messages. So we got to
Okay,
check in on there
right.
when we arrive.
All right. I'm excited. I want to see these changes. I'm at 17% body fat. Do I bulk or do I get to 15%? Yeah, yeah, you're at 17% body fat. That I don't know what that looks like on you, but I would say that's probably not good. So I would start slicing and dicing on this plan.
Excuse me, did you send Clark the link already?
Come on, he's already there. It's in his email.
I can send him a third one. If that helps, because in case the first two didn't make it. And then I'll try not to make the blitz free.
Somebody says, "Why am I blocking you?" I don't block, but the team blocks people.
I probably did.
Yeah.
Talking
So
crap.
You talked some shit, or you fucking posted a photo of you in your undies and
Yeah.
tagged Mike.
hey guys, I do need to say that though. When you do tag me, if you're a guy and you're tagging me in you're posing photos and you're in your underwear, quick way to get blocked from my page. I don't need to see you
You know,
in
but
your
that-
underwear.
But that's not fair. How
What?
come you put up stuff? In
I don't
your
do it in
underwear?
my underwear.
You do it. You
No,
do it
find one thing where I'm in my
Shorts.
underwear.
in your shorts.
I actually wear shorts if I know I'm
That's
gonna
fine. Well, your
post.
shorts, yours is so big that your shorts
But
look like underwear.
they're shorts.
You want me to pull up the sock?
And you
Don't pull the sock up. The sock is not public. So yeah, be careful about that. Also, guys, my team blocks. So I get to go to sleep at night knowing that I wake up the next morning, there's no negativity on the page or stupid questions. Also, stupid questions. If I have put out tons and tons of YouTube videos talking about certain things and someone keeps asking me, what's the best ratio of protein, carbs, and fat? Well, that's obviously different for everybody. But if that dumb question comes up, you're most likely going to get blocked.
Yeah.
oh no.
So
Yeah.
basically, dude, that
Let's
got
make believe
blocked.
we didn't see that.
Don't tag Mike in a photo of you in your undies in a field of flowers wearing sunglasses.
Yeah. Don't do that.
You see, somebody
Yeah.
said they like my hairstyle because they're Japanese. Thank you.
Ah.
I'm just missing my outfit.
So let's see. Let's get rid of this.
That's so weird.
Still not got. What do you got here? India. What do we got here?
Algeria.
Algeria. I love that.
This way.
Travis. Hello, buddy. Great
Just
crew,
sent
man. I think you guys are like the best crew on the Titan crew, the Gun
Happy
Club.
Happy Friday, guys. Should I open with a coat again?
Yeah. Did you do that before?
No, I'm gonna start. Oh.
Good question. Very, very soon. Very soon. Very soon. I don't have a launch date, that or my aminos.
Cool. Yeah.
But we will get that going. Send one to Billy as well,
Billy.
and then just check with Whitney if you got that. Yeah, if you guys, I do have friends that love receiving underwear shots. So if you guys want to take somebody, take Smash on social media. And then Steve Pack does, and Bobo and Jeremy, they love guys in underwear. Next time, good question. Good question. When is it?
Oh, in Italy.
Italy. Come on. I got a special guest coming on. You gonna make that challenge?
Yeah.
You were talking smack all day about this next guest and that he's not gonna do this with you.
No, he's gonna do it with me.
Yes?
He better do it with me.
All right,
Now
'cause
I'm gonna bitch slap him tomorrow on his face when I see him.
Whoa, toxic.
Come on, bring him
Toxic.
on. He's like
Toxic.
he's running out of gas.
Oh,
Yo,
I'll do it with you.
Clark, how the hell do you drive when the gas is like $9?
he's driving.
I'm sitting. I'm waiting for everybody in the gym to come and push me. I told them it's leg day. I did the Tom Sawyer thing on him. I was like, it's leg day. Come push my Jeep back to Escondido.
There you go. That's how you save money. Smart
Exactly.
Word man.
man. And good shirt. He's got a rebel
He
shirt.
does have a rebel, man.
Look at that. I put it on this morning knowing something like this was going to happen.
You are a rebel. You are a guy that breaks the myths that what people says is possible and stuff. And so I always kind of laugh when I see these. There's like this not infomercial. I don't know what they're called now, but it's a commercial talking about beach bodies and stuff. And the owner of it is sitting there talking, and he's like, "Hey, this is available to you, these guys." And I laugh to myself because I'm sitting there going, "You own the company, and you have the access to all these individuals." And that's what you look like, and I'm curious that society doesn't see that. You follow me here? Because
Society doesn't see a lot of things that we see.
yeah, but if you got the very best, if you get this program, you're going to be dude, you got the program and you look average. And then I got Clark Bartram here going, no, that's not, if you got that knowledge, this is what you should be able to create. Especially you kids out there. If you want to win at life, my man right here is winning at life.
It's okay.
So I know that was a side note and I took it down another path, but it's irritating that's what's forced out to the public, and they think that that's what they should strive to be, when I'm sitting there talking to a guy on what I'm striving to be. So
yeah. Well, if the layperson, if the average person out there that's being marketed to understood what is behind that curtain that they don't have the privilege of seeing, like you and I have had the privilege of seeing over the last 4 decades, being in this career, being invited into those meetings, and both of us turning down a lot of these opportunities because they're not in alignment with who we are as real coaches, who we are as real examples, who we are as people who wake up and text each other at 4 a.m. and say, let's go, it's on, it's time to get it, let's go work. And it's unfortunate, but that's the world that we live in. But we just need to be louder than those other people. And they have more money at this time, but our message is more real. And the message comes from a place of authenticity and desire and a understanding that we have unlocked things in our life that we can unlock in other people. I came up with this thought yesterday as it relates to my business and what I do. And here's what I'm really good at. I can see and release things in people before they can see and release it in themselves. Like I have an ability to see things in people that they can't see in themselves. But beyond that, I can help them get it out of themselves where they can't get it out of themselves on their own.
It's funny you said that,
I'm going to send him a quote.
I do the same thing. I see things and stuff when Mike does not see it and within himself, and I bring that out of him. You know?
Well, that's why you guys are such a good team. You know, Mike would not be in the position that he's in today, and he will admit this, if it had not been for you entering his life on that faithful day.
We have a lot of things in common, but we are different. And I feel like you need to be different.
The yin and the yang.
Yeah, exactly. You can be the same. You can be, he's emotional. He's like more sensitive. I know this big.
Mike's emotional? Mike gets in bad moods? No, come on.
I'm fluid, and it depends on the emotion I'm in. So I'm gender fluid, and so at this time,
yeah, we are different. But I tell you, it works. It works, and I tell you, of course we traveled a lot in the past few years before the shutdown. And when the shutdown happened, that's when you're like 24/7 together in the house, like literally stepping on each other. And that's when you see how things could or could not work. Because let me tell you, Clark, I have a lot of friends that have separated in the shutdown. Okay. Before they didn't see each other, one was at work, one was doing stuff. Now they were together, and a lot of my friends separated. So
like me and Serge.
I like him and Serge. But I feel like we united more. Like we worked on things. We had a chance to really spend time with Titan. We had it's so much going on. So for us, it really worked out perfect.
Well, I've witnessed that from, my unique perspective in your guys' life. I've literally watched Mike, and I say this in the most meaningful of ways, soften up, right? Like that's a hard word for a man, especially a bodybuilder man, to accept. But it's a beautiful thing when you think about, how you've been able to smooth some of the rough edges that Mike needed to have in his life to get to where he's at. But they served him during those times, and now they don't serve him anymore. And it was your job and your responsibility to enter in his life in your strong Eastern European bloc way that nobody else could have done to help him rub those edges off, to make him even more connecting with the people that he's meant to connect with. Now his circle of influence is growing because of what you just mentioned.
You got that?
Look at that. Look at that. Look at our Clark this morning. Hey, so I got a question for you. Mo is going to start the slicing and dicing, and I know that you and I talked about this. Are you going to ride this path with her?
I'm way ahead of her. I don't know. She's kind of behind a little bit. I've already started it.
Clark is always ripped. So
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. So I've been hitting 2 hours of cardio a day, morning and night. I'll get my hour in here. I just did a little arm workout. I got enough. I was standing outside the gym trying to get on here, and the guy's like, dude, your arms look twice the size. I'm like, well, I just did them. So things are aligning for me. And let me say this, the reason things are aligning for me is because I'm getting my getting my head together in a way that is allowing me to move in the direction that I need to go and want to go. And here's something that your audience can take away. And this is powerful. Everyone needs to write this down. Your life is constantly moving in the direction of your most powerful thoughts. It's true. So if you're constantly saying, I can't get in shape because my family's not in shape, then that's the direction your life is going to head, because that's your most powerful thought. But if you shift your thought from, I found a coach who is going to help me move in a direction that's going to give me the body that I've always dreamed of. Now you're not lying to yourself, but you've shifted the direction of your life because you're no longer believing these thoughts that are coming into your mind.
See, you and I have talked about that before, because like when somebody says something on the check-in and they go, hey, so I got a bad knee. All right, so what have you done? Well, the bad knee was from high school. How old are you again? 52. Wait a minute. Hold on for a second.
right.
You've been carrying that with you this whole time? And I know that's a minor thing, but it's a lot of people can relate to that. But it's Clark is right. It's like, stop that focus. I don't know who said it. I think it was Bruce Lee that said that stop talking negative about yourself. Stop talking down to yourself. Your body, your mind listens.
Hi.
And it's that voice in your head going, I don't know if I'll get in shape. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. It's like, we're going to do it. We're going to get in better shape. We're going to keep moving forward. We're always going to get into a fight and tussle. And that's kind of fun for me, at least. And we're going to go past it and keep going.
Yeah.
So,
I read another quote this morning, and it was pretty powerful. It said that don't allow yourself to be weakened by negative thoughts. So no, it was wisdom is understanding that negative thoughts will weaken us.
Right.
And we don't want to be weak people. So having wisdom is understanding that those thoughts are really going to manifest into your life. And it's just like what I just said. Your life is headed in the direction of your most powerful thoughts. So our thoughts are things, and those become reality. And we have the choice every single day to wake up and realign those thoughts with the direction that we want to head in our life.
So I know some people will maybe not like this guy, but the quote that you were saying earlier that came to you, the Hoosiers coach, the old coach that kind of like tossed chairs at his kids.
Bobby Knight.
Bobby Knight said a great thing that I freaking loved. And it's so true for you and I and Mona and stuff is that he could see things in the kids that the kids couldn't see yet and couldn't understand they can get to. And he goes, I know where you can be. I know what you're capable of. You don't yet. And I'm going to do whatever I can to get you from here to here. And he said it in a much more articulate way than I did, that I absolutely loved, and I saved it. Because it was just a point that I know when I see a kid, that's my gift. I can see what he's capable of doing. And when we see these people and we see their bodies and their work ethic, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're pushing so hard. We need to tone down here. We need to come up here. We need to go over here. We got to think this way. It's like we can not fix them. We can guide them in a way that we know they can get their best unlocked potential ever.
Yeah. And I'll tell you the reason. You said some people might not like Bobby Knight. And I'll tell you the exact reason why some people might not like Bobby Knight, Michael Hearn, Clark Bartram, is because when you understand that is your zone of genius, like that is your zone of genius. That is Bobby Knight's zone of genius. That is my zone of genius. Seeing potential in people and being able to bring it out when they can't see it in themselves. So when you're operating in your zone of genius, it affects people. It's polarizing because maybe they're not operating in their zone of genius. And when you're doing things to pull them out, or somebody is witnessing you doing that to somebody else, they're going to judge it. because they're not in their zone of genius operating at a level that most people can't understand or comprehend. So what's the natural thing for a human to do? Get mad. Oh, Michael Hearn's an idiot. Clark Bartram is full of himself. Mona, who does she think she is? You know, it's like, this is what people do because they're not used to being at a level, you know, they call it rarefied air for a reason. You know, when you get up to certain heights in life, you have to protect yourself because the air is thinner up there.
That's wow. We took it today, man. I love this. I love this because I think you're so right about that judging when they see this. And I hope that everybody that's on here in the Titan crew and with Clark and even Heath Evans, we want the best for you guys. And I know sometimes I have a guy come over that I train, and sometimes we get into debates and arguments. And at no point do I not want the very best for him. And the information I'm getting, he just can't, even though he's been with me for almost 10 years, it's hard for him to digest that thing. I'm like, you're just talking about you want to be strong today. I'm talking about us in a year, in 2 years. I'm looking at this. And so I fully understand that is hard. And when you say something on your talks with these guys and you're so honest and true, it could be taken harsh. But man, to me, I love that. I love living in that. I don't know. I wouldn't call it aggression. And maybe society calls it aggression, but just that.
It's passion. Passion is misinterpreted as aggression. I get accused of it all the time. My passion manifests itself in a way where my hands are moving. My energy is like, in your face. And people back off. They're like, oh, you're so angry. And it's like, no, I'm not angry. You know, it's like in Rocky III. It's like, you know, he's transforming into something that is going to create the result that is necessary. So people see me with Wayne all the time, you know, my guy that I train, and they're saying, you're so mean to him. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm trying to communicate with him in a way that I know he needs in order to get my message across that's only going to make him better. Like you said, all I want for Wayne is for Wayne to get stronger, for Wayne to get leaner, for Wayne to understand what he's capable of at the age of 78. No differently than you want Bryce to achieve that. And here's the problem with people who are successful sometimes. It's hard to break through because they've achieved so much greatness in other areas of their life. And then when you're interfering with their train of thought in one area, it gets clouded by other things, and it's hard for them to open up and allow, even though they've hired you as a coach, there's always going to be a resistance when you break through a new level. It's called an upper limiting problem. We have problems with upper limits in our life, a glass ceiling, someone would refer to it as. We get to that point and we got to break through, and it takes a coach to help you break through. Like I have coaches, you're one of my coaches. Mona's one of my coaches. And, you know, I have other coaches.
Even more, because I think people don't understand. Each time you go to this new level and you're stressed or scared, that's a good thing because you've never got that high. And then you break through. And I said this in a conversation the other day. I said, man, I'm taking to my body to a whole nother limit and this and that. And they're like, well, don't you think that you had to become this individual to be able to do that? And I was like, oh, I never thought about that. The way I think, the way I approach it and stuff. So talk to them about how you continue to, I mean, honestly, I could be a little patronizing here and go, Clark, come on, buddy. You're closing in on 60. Chill. Bring it down a notch. Don't try so hard. Call it in. What is that? Why is that patronizing to you and me compared to you going, forget that. That's not me. I want to go.
Yeah, I avoid those conversations with people all the time. And the more you avoid those conversations, the easier it becomes to break through those upper limiting problems and the glass ceiling and all of the stuff that we all encounter, like you said. And when we encounter them, we have to eliminate the upper limit problem. And that is the old voice coming into us and saying, oh, Clark, you're almost 60, bro. Have you looked at yourself lately? You look better than everybody else. You're fine. You could just stay right where you're at. Well, no, I don't. It's not me against somebody in the gym. It's me like taking advantage of my full potential. I had this conversation about genetics the other day, and the guy said, dude, that's a cop-out. You say you're all genetics. I didn't say I was all genetics. I said I had a genetic potential that I've maximized, that I'm not done maximizing. Like when we sat here a week and a half ago and talked to Robbie Robinson, I said, have you reached your peak yet? He said, no way, man. You know, why accept the fact that you're done growing physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, relationally, financially, in any of these areas? As a parent, I'm still becoming a better parent every day. Someone asked me the other day about my 27-year-old son here in a few days. How do you handle when something like this happens? I handle it differently now than I would have when he was Titan's age or a teenager. I have to, because if I tried to handle it the old way, which is non-growing as a parent, it would only cause conflict and him holding back and going, F you, I'm not going to listen to you. I let him do him, and I observe, and I'm there when he needs me. And I lead by example. And I'm the guy that walks in the gym and talks to everybody and says nice things. And he observes me. And then I observe him doing the same thing. And I'm like, wow, look at that. I didn't even need to say a word. All I needed to do was be me, authentically me, and who I am. And I'm not, one of my coaching clients texted me this morning. I have high-end guys that I coach now. Like, I've taken my stuff to a new level. Yeah. And I wasn't believing that for a long time, but now I know I'm worth 10 times more than I'm charging these guys. And he said, Clark, I love that you are authentically you. That is your power. You are authentically you. And I was like, yes, you know?
I love it, man. I love it. I'm going to see if we got some questions here that we can take for you.
I want to say that I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
I am very excited. This is almost like Halley's Comet or something that only happens every
So excited.
decade.
Yeah.
Mike and I have known each other, for, as everyone knows, for over 3 decades. And Mike has been to my house 3 times. So it's once a decade that this happens.
Well, guess what? We're going to come in strong tomorrow. I'm bringing some Piemontese burgers and hot dogs.
Let's go.
You better have your apron on to start barbecuing away.
It's all cleaned up. It's ready to go. The pool's nice and clean for Titan to swim in. It's not heated, though, like the O'Hearn pool. But you know what? He just needs to suck it up and deal with cold water. Everybody's taking cold plunges.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun day tomorrow. And we'll get to talk about a lot of different things, including this 6-week program that we are actually launching. So I'm excited to do that with you.
Yeah, me too. I'm ready to take it to the next level. And here's what people need to understand in the Titan crew. And, you know, it's preaching to the choir in a way, but it isn't preaching to the choir, because there are a lot of people in the Titan crew in CBX Nation who have joined, but haven't yet started and haven't yet taken action. They're what I refer to as tire kickers. So,
yeah.
You know, I forgot what I was going to say. It was really good. What did you say, Mona, about
guys that are watching and they don't get involved? The guys that are sitting there going, I don't know. Check the car out.
Yeah. Oh, well, I forgot what it was. It'll come to me someday.
Well, we're going to get going into it. We have someone here that is a fireman. So I just want to say, first off, Clark's with me on this, and Mona is the military, first responders like police officers and firemen. Much respect and love. Thank you for what you guys do. You guys are what makes America great, and we appreciate you guys. Please be safe doing your job, and we appreciate that you found our YouTubes and stuff and doing this, and you watch this as gladiators. But keep doing your thing. I just want to give a shout out to anybody on here that's a first responder and a police officer and stuff. Just be safe, do your thing. We respect you guys.
Not you, Bobo. Get off.
Yeah, and hey, you know what I'm doing, Mike, now is, remember when we did that event on the Midway with my buddy Cliff, the Battle at Sea? I have now teamed up with him, and this is for first responders and anyone, you know, that serves in that capacity, where there's a competition series that will be held on the deck of museums, retired aircraft carriers in the fleet, where my buddy Cliff Walker has created this program. He's brought me in as a Marine to really honor people who serve in that capacity, but give them a chance to compete and really prove to the world and prove to themselves that, you know, fitness is, that's what I was going to say, that fitness is truly the catalyst. And this is a good segue from that comment to what I wanted to say.
Go for it.
Fitness is the gateway to everything that you want in your life. If you want more money, fitness is the gateway. If you want a better relationship, fitness is the gateway. If you want anything to be improved in your life, Mike and I and Mona and everyone here will agree, the whole team there at Mike's house, that fitness, when you really understand the value of you living in your healthiest body, whether that's ripped up, lean, or just a better checkup at your doctor next time, that is truly the gateway to you achieving everything you want in your life. That's a fact. I challenge anyone to challenge me on that statement.
It's funny because I was just talking about that yesterday. All of our friends that we know that are multimillionaires will turn that money into just be healthy, injury-free, be able to work out and be active and go out and throw the football like you do, go swimming and feel comfortable. That money is secondary to them just having that back. And for anybody that's out there that goes, oh, no, I'm okay being a little chunky and stuff. You're saying that, but you're not living and believing that. So
that's an upper limiting belief, that it's an upper limiting problem that is kicking you back down into being the person that somewhere on the inside, you know, you're not necessarily satisfied with. And I'm not saying this in a judgmental way. I'm saying it in a way that if you're really honest with yourself, you know, there's something inside of you that's saying, I know there's more I can get out of me. And it's a never ending deal. Like Mike said, I'm almost 60. I'm not stopping. Like when I'm done here, I'm walking back in, I'm going to go do an hour of cardio. And
you got 20 years just to catch Robbie.
Yeah, man.
You and I both, man, right? And it's like when you guys are we know Robbie. Robbie's the level. We're not even close to Stan Efford and said, hey, are you going to stop today so I can stop? I go, nah, today ain't the day, friend. Today ain't the day.
Or a guy says, hey, I'm going to catch up to you. And I'm like, what makes you think I'm waiting for you?
Yeah, we'll stay off of that because that's one of the things that I got time. I'm sorry. What? Clark, we'll see you tomorrow, but thank you for hanging out today and showing us again what it takes to do what you've done. And you're still willing to go into this tussle because it's been a while since Mona dieted like this and trained like this. So I'm curious to see what you guys create.
That's going to be awesome. And you know what? Let me go back to this shirt. You guys noticed it when I put it on. And sometimes when you wear something on your chest, it can manifest something in you that you might not be able to on your own. Honestly, like I truly am a rebel. I go against the society's norms of what it should be as a 58-year-old person. So something as simple as wearing a shirt like this that you can get from Mike today, and I'm not trying to sell a shirt, I'm trying to sell you on the concept of believing in what you're capable of by buying into these words and ideas that might not be typical to the regular person that I'm looking all around me in this parking lot, but should be something that we embrace and run with because we want more from ourselves than everybody else wants for theirs.
Because you are a rebel. And my shirts is the uniform. I could say that it's the Titan uniform and everything means something. And the rebel and Titan isn't the representation of me. It's all of us. We are all Titans. And Rebel's a deep-hearted one because that's me as that young kid couldn't read. That I said, no, you guys already excluded me. I'm staying over here. I'm going to be the odd cat. I'm going to be the rebel. I'm going to be the outcast and live my life. And that's what that shirt kind of stands for, that we're going to be that unique breed.
You know, that's a whole nother thing that we should talk about later because I was thinking about that yesterday and you specifically when it comes to these labels that are put on us at a young age that could cause us to think we're stupid. Let me tell everybody about Mike O'Hearn. Mike O'Hearn is a bright individual. And when I say bright, that to me is the most powerful way to describe somebody's intellect and somebody's ability to really navigate life and life's problems in situations. And there are a lot of things about Mike that so many people don't know, that his brightness have allowed him to be in his life and allow him to set himself up in the position that he has set himself up in. So if you have a learning disability out there, if you're someone who's been labeled and put in the class separate from the mainstream class, don't let that dictate the direction of your life, because it goes back to the statement I made earlier. If you believe those things, then that will be the direction that your life takes. But if you say, this is what makes me special, then your life will move in the direction of your most powerful thought. That is what made Mike special. That is part of what made Mike the champion that he is in every category that he's a champion in. And there's more than one. So there you go.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. We will talk again tomorrow. We'll probably jump on because we're going to get together tomorrow down in San Diego, or close to, down at Clark's compound, where he has an incredible athletic, I call it more of an athletic setup gym program. And we'll do some fun stuff down there with him tomorrow, maybe some kip ups or some silly stuff like that.
There you go.
I think you might have the rings. Do you have the rings?
I have no rings at my house, but I got a lot of other tough, fun toys that we can play with. At least tour the people around and show them the gym and you know.
So tune in tomorrow, guys. We're gonna go live down south with Clark at his facility. But there's some great equipment that I didn't get to use as a kid coming up in training that would have helped me athletically. And we're going to show you some of those things, and we're going to show you Titan on those with his godfather, Clark Bartram, Mr. Natty himself. And did we send him a top natty?
It's on the way.
It's on the way. I hope he gets there. You have a new shirt coming, son, and you're going to love this one.
I need that because the trolls are alive and well.
See you tomorrow.
Let's go.
Look at that. Look at that. Bye, buddy.